Next up is Ann Coulter, How to Talk to a Liberal If You Must. Now this will come in really handy for Ann since she talks to Mr. Trump, and guess what? Mr. Trump is a liberal. Ann writes in her book,
Yes.
at a loss, whenever anyone argues back, liberals have a number of stratagems to prevent conservatives from talking. They shout conservatives down, unplug reporters' microphones, edit conservatives' answers in pre-taped TV shows like Hardball to make the conservative look like a monkey, burn student newspapers, and heckle conservative speakers. Does that sound like anybody we know? Actually sounds like Mr. Trump. Who was it that called Marco Rubio Little Marco, Ted Cruz Lying Ted? Who was it that shouted down Jeb Bush and Rand Paul? And then who was it who refused to debate Ted Cruz when it would be just one-on-one? Why? Because Donald J. Trump knew that Ted Cruz would strip him naked in front of a national audience and show him to be the empty shell that he truly is. And so, Ann Coulter, what you just described there is actually Donald J. Trump. He acts like a liberal because guess what? He is a liberal. The next title for your next book should be How to Promote a Liberal for the Republican Nomination If You Must. And for that reason, you get the FoxFire. That's not the only Ann Coulter book. We also have Godless, the Church of Liberalism.
Which, by the way, would fit Donald Trump perfectly because he has never asked God for forgiveness.
No, that's right.
If using his own words is a bad thing, I'm not
She
sure.
has an entire chapter in here on abortion. She calls it a gruesome and disgusting procedure. Yep. And so now she has supported the one Republican candidate who is Planned Parenthood's favorite Republican. Planned Parenthood actually said Ted Cruz was their greatest threat. So did Ann Coulter support Ted Cruz? No. She criticized him, attacked him, and called him names, just like Donald J. Trump does. Mr. Trump, sorry. And instead she supported the one candidate who did not want to defund Planned Parenthood, who actually said that Planned Parenthood did a lot of great things. So guess who is godless, Ann Coulter? Donald Trump is godless because he is a leftist. He's never asked God for forgiveness. He doesn't know even with the book of 2 Corinthians is not 2 Corinthians. He is godless. And for supporting him, you get the FoxFire. And next up, another Ann Coulter book. If Democrats had any brains, they'd be Republicans. Actually, if Democrats had any brains, they would vote for Donald J. Trump over Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders.
Wait. They did.
They actually did. That's why he got the nomination for the Republican ticket. For that, you get the FoxFire. And the last one, Ann Coulter, guilty.
Kind of sums it up in one word right there, doesn't it?
You are guilty. Guilty for betrayal, and for that reason, you get the FoxFire.